Hey! Hi guys, this is Welcome to the ninth episode of Wednesdays with Wah! Tama bang 9? Oh, I think 9 nga. Ninth episode ako. Okay. So, as the title suggests, this is me talking about social media and using it to your advantage. And speaking of social media, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, feel free to do so. It'll make us happy, and hopefully it'll make you happy, but we'll never know unless you try, so hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to follow us everywhere. It's Words and PH on Twitter and Instagram and AskFM. And Words Anonymous on Facebook. Feel free to follow me as well everywhere. My username is Michelle M. Manese everywhere. And yeah. The reason that I got this idea of doing this is I usually get writer's block, like often. And the easiest way for me to get over writer's block is to just go out and people watch. It usually works for me, but I don't have the luxury to do that all the time. And it's mostly because I don't have the resources to do so. Like, I don't have the time or probably the money to do it because, I'm an artist and I struggle like everyone else. So, yeah, and, why not? I thought, why not people watch through the world that fits at the palm of, on the palm of my hand, and it's there for a reason, and that's more resourceful that way, I believe. So yes, I wanted to talk about social media and using it to your advantage. I would assume that you're watching this because you're an artist, specifically a writer. If you're not, but you're still watching this, thank you very much. So we're just gonna go for it. I have a list. Of course I have a list. I always have a list. And tumitila ako ng mga manok. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Alright, so, dami mong energy. Number 1. Facebook has the highest number of active users. That's proven as of August 2016, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna link it down below where I got my statistics. It's gonna be there. But as of August 2016, Facebook has the highest number of users. With that said, it also has the highest number of possible competition, of course, obviously, because there are more people. And my suggestion for content now is to use photos. Use photos when you can. Take, for example, the pages like Humans of New York, or the Berlin Art Parasites, or the Artidote, or other websites. They use a photo with a text post, but there are websites, no, not websites, there are other pages that wherein the text is in the photo, and that works as well. We had that before, called Notes from Poets, wherein we took lines from the members of Words Anonymous, from their poems, and we overlaid that on top of a photo, and it worked quite well. We had a high number of interaction with that. So yes, that's a good idea. And of course, if you have a like page, that's an added bonus as well. That's kind of like your point of contact with the potential patrons of your work. I don't suggest using it as a portfolio, like using just that as a portfolio, but it's a good idea to have that as a means to streamline all of your other social media accounts, because you can link everything there, which I'm going to be talking about in further down the list. Number 2, Twitter has character limits. We all know that. It's 140 characters, but that, if I'm looking here, it's because I have my list, and I actually outlined this because I'm crazy. And yeah, Twitter has character limits, 140, but that limitation is a challenge. That way you can learn brevity, and that's one of the things that I had trouble with. Even now, I have trouble with it. I mean, it's the reason that I'm attempting to shoot this entire thing all over again, because I talk too much, and I'm doing it again right now. And the 140 character limitations made me think of what story I want to say. Like, because 140 characters is not a lot, but it's also intensely too much sometimes, and it's a challenge. It's a good challenge to have. 140 characters can tell a story. So, yes. Number 3, with Twitter as well, again, is try using TweetDeck. When I'm on desktop, I use TweetDeck, and it's such a powerful tool, actually. I prefer using that. On my phone, I don't even have the Twitter app anymore. I deleted it because it lags on me, but I do use the browser one. And if Android, or if it's possible to have TweetDeck on my phone, I would do that. I don't know if they have that yet, but TweetDeck is such a powerful tool. It's easier to stay on top of trending topics and to pitch in your opinion and what have you. And it's easier to personalize as well, because with TweetDeck you can have different columns. And for me, my columns are the feed, my notifications, and then a search option wherein I just type in my username, and everyone who tweets my username, I can see it there, which means that even though you don't tag me, I see you. That's why some people are surprised wherein I like their tweet, because I see it on TweetDeck, and it's easier to search for things on TweetDeck, believe me. Number 4, ways you can share your work. Now I'm going to Instagram now. I'm only going to talk about Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to talk about others, because this is going to be an intensely long video if I talk about every social media platforms or every app out there. Okay, so number 4, ways you can share your work on Instagram. So there's photo, there's the photo caption, there's the Instagram videos, there's boomerang, there's Instagram stories. Am I missing anything? No, just those. And there's different challenges for each of them, especially on photo, because you have to take into account that probably people are only gonna look at that photo on a 5-inch screen. I think that's like the average. And funny. And you have to format your photo in a way that it's not overwhelming, but it's not underwhelming. So you have to play with that. And in the caption, I kind of don't like using the caption as in posting a very long text post, just because I find it hard to format. You can also put a video. On a video, you can opt to say a teaser, or like a behind the scenes kind of thing, and then after all of those, you can opt to link a video or link your website or what have you, but I would suggest link a video of your most recent work, or link of your most recent work on your profile, just so that it's easier. I see that mostly on the beauty side of Instagram, but I think that's a good idea to have as well. Okay, next up, number 5, decide first on your goals. I mean, those are just like minor tips, but decide first on your goals, because without first knowing what your goals are, it's kind of difficult to go into this blindly. You can, I did, but it's it's actually difficult if you don't know what you're getting into. And like I would wanna think that, one moment, I have my notes, and I'd like to think that the best way that you can use a specific social media app or a social media platform is to understand, or at least know, the strengths and weaknesses of each, so that you can work around it and then work with it, or even break the limitations or break the parameters of that social media platform. And of course, the next, am I on number 6 now? Yeah, I'm on number 6 now. Plan. That's kind of that ties in with the previous tip. You have to plan. Maybe it plan what you're gonna post on, or plan on how you're gonna handle messages that might come in. And yeah, planning. I know that's kind of boring for some, but it's really, really crucial if you're wanting to have a very consistent social media presence, which is another thing that we're going to talk about somewhere farther down the list. Next is number 7. Am I on number 7? Because I'm looking at 2 different lists. Number 7, use hashtags, but don't overdo it. Just don't, please. It's a good way to find your demographic using hashtags, or finding your competition, but just please don't overdo it. And next is number 8, is link everything with each other. I mean, it's why it's there anyway. Link everything with each other. Again, Facebook is kind of like the point of contact with, when it comes to your potential patrons, and you can link everything there. Next is number 9. I believe I'm on number 9. Be creative with your content, create diversity, and don't be monotonous. Unless that's your thing, then do it. I mean, you know, there's high competition, and the only way that you're gonna stand out, and the only way you're gonna retain your followers, I hate saying followers, but yeah, the only way that you're gonna retain them is if you provide fresh content all the time. Or probably not all the time, but at least you provide fresh content. And so, you know, be creative, push the parameters. Again, there's a lot of ways you can feature your work on the different social media platforms, so it's up to you and how you're gonna do that. I think on Snapchat, it's a very good idea to post a picture and then caption it with something that you wrote. I think that's cute. But I think Artie does that. But anyway, number 10, I believe I'm number 10, yeah. Be consistent with your posts. Sobrang laking bagay ng consistency talaga. As in, maraming bagay ang naililigtas ng consistency. Yan. Be consistent with your posts. It doesn't matter. I'm not saying that you have to post every day, but if you promised if you promise the people who follow you that you're gonna post twice a week, then post twice a week. If you promise them that you're gonna post like once a day, then post once a day. It really depends on what you promised your followers, or depends on the schedule that you can follow, and that this one ties in with, you know, knowing your goals and planning. I love how everything ties together. And then the last tip that I have for you is, don't take it too seriously. Social media should have been fun, but a lot of people use it for very bad things and for stupid things. Diba? Tayo sa mga magamit ng Facebook chat na hindi magandang bagay. But, you know, don't take it too seriously. You might have had a goal that you want to have like 100,000 followers and what have you, but realistically, it's difficult. But if you're looking at it as a chore, then it's not gonna be fun for you. So yes, please don't take it too seriously, have fun with it, and don't lose yourself in the process of building a social media presence. I hope some of those things that I've said helped you or enlightened you even a little bit, hopefully. If it did, let me know, probably in the comment section down below, or you can tweet me at Manese. And feel free to like, share this video, give it a thumbs up. That'll make me happy. I think that'll make you happy as well. At least I don't know, it made you happy, and then we're all happy. And then we can follow the last tip, that not taking it too seriously. I'm so awkward, I'm sorry. Anyway, again, my name is M. It's M. Manese. M. Manese nga pala, sa mga nakakamali sa pag-pronounce sa pangalan ko. This is M, and do suggest what else you want to see from us, what other topics you want us to talk about. Let us know in the comments, or feel free to tweet us at WordsAnonPH. I'm stumbling all over my words because I'm kind of sleepy. But anyway, I guess that's it. Right? Thank you for watching. Much love to everyone. And let's talk soon. Alright?